Like in the last week we have discussed what are the different approaches of creation of entity object, view object, application module, and how do you do it programmatically, how to create the bindings layer. So we have seen very many other concepts, right? So from today we will try to work on programmatic approach, which is little advanced versions. And in the real time we'll basically use these concepts because this is the most used cases which we work upon. So we'll try to understand it very depth, not in a high level, but we'll go very depth inside that, and we'll try to open up everything. We'll try to work on that. So here we'll just type, like, every business component has its own XML files as well as Java files. So if you want to open the Java class, we have to create that. So how do you create it? We'll just try to work upon that, like how to create a Java class for entity object, how to create Java class for view object, how to create for a Java class for application module. We'll try to see different ways, and how do you define a business logic in particular location. So here in this whole architectural principles, we have to maintain the business logic in only one location. It is not that we have to use it in the UI layer or in the model layer or in the business services layer. It is that we have to only define it in one place. We'll see where to load it, where to keep it out, and how do you override the classes. Like let's say you have a create operation. So while before creating, I want to do some other operation. So how do you do it? We'll work on that also, and we'll work on the creation of programmatic modifications. We'll work upon the service methods for creating an application module. Yeah, and we will even try to understand like how do you create JSF page, and how do you create a, like let's say you have a method in your application module, like business logic method, and how do you expose it to the UI? How do you expose it to the UI in the form of a button or in the form of an input text component? So how do you display all those things? We'll work on all those things now. And we'll try to create a new JSF page, and we'll try to add some components onto it, and how do you drag and drop, or how do you declaratively display the existing methods or EVOs or VOs inside the page. We'll just try to understand it also. And how do you create or edit the data bindings? So the moment you drag and drop some contents on the page, there are bindings created, right? Which we have discussed yesterday. So those bindings will be modified and can be added new bindings into the page. So how do we do all those things? We'll work on that today. And we'll try to understand each flow after creating a sample or simple example from end to end. We'll try to work on seeing what are the layers, different layers, and what are the internal architecture. How is it going through from the data, the UI layer, to the database and to the components. We'll just see every component now.